Mudboss time! What's that mean? We got another Mudboss video for you. Today we're going to cover how to properly set your pinion. Why do you want to set your pinion properly? Let me tell you. This gear back here, you put it too tight, buddy, that's going to get ground up, it's going to slow you down, and you're probably not going to finish the race. So how do we do that? Well, very, very easy. What you're going to need is paper from a copier. You don't want none of that heavyweight stuff that comes from a notebook, like an artist notebook. You just want your plain copier paper, notebook paper. You don't want like thick cardboard stock. You don't want to use a file folder. You don't want to use any of that stuff. All right, so what you're going to need, copy paper. You're going to need some pinions. So let's grab one of those puppies right now. Right now. All right, so what we're going to do, prep our pinion, take it off our little holder. See this holder? I think I got it off Printables or Thingiverse or something. It's pretty sweet. Grab our pinion. Come off, please. My God. Okay, got it. First thing you want to do, loosen your motor mounts if they're not already loose. Why are these not loose? Loosen up your motor screws. Next thing you do, you slide it back. If it will slide. Slide it on back. Loosen on up. Slide it back. You take your pinion. Pinion has a grub screw on the inside. On the outside that goes to the inside. So what we're going to do, and the shaft has a flat part. We're going to slide it onto the shaft and we're going to tighten up that grub screw ever so slightly. It doesn't have to be super tight, just a little tight so it doesn't slide off. We'll get to that later. All right, once our pinion's on, you're going to take your fancy dancy paper. What I like to do is I like to rip a strip. Something like that, maybe 4 inches by 1.5 inches. You're going to take that and you're going to stuff it in between your pinion and what this is called the spur gear that's connected to your slipper clutch. This is a pinion that connects to your motor. Take your piece of paper, put it between your two gears, press your pinion as hard as you can, unless you're Hulk, against that spur gear while leaving the piece of paper in there. There are many ways to do this. This is the way I think is the easiest, and it's kind of foolproof. All right, so what we got now, it's got a piece of paper jammed between our two gears. So what we're gonna do is we're tighten up the motor. Not super tight, just snug it. Snuggy duggy. Okay, and then we're gonna spin the spur gear to get the paper out. What that's gonna do is give you the perfect gear mesh each and every time. See how the spur moves ever so slightly? See that? I don't know if it's focusing, but I'm going to try. Ever so slightly. The other thing you want to watch out for is that your pinion is in line with your spur gear. Some pinions, this is a narrow pinion. If you're using a standard like steel Traxxas pinion, which if you're racing Mudboss, I don't recommend. Get the aluminum ones, they're faster. Watch my other video. Okay. Grab one of these standard ones. I'll just show you something here. This is a standard steel pinion. Its width is the exact same as your spur. You want to line that up as much as you can because that's going to give you the most surface area against your spur gear. But that's it. As long as you got that tiny little bit of wiggle, it's not going to bind up. Don't forget, make sure you tighten down your screws. Bink. Bink. Do not, and I repeat, do not over tighten the grub screw. Make sure you're also using good tools. We're going to cover that in a future video. Don't over tighten this. You can strip it. If you strip it, you have to drill that grub screw out and potentially lose your pinion altogether. That's it, boys and girls. That's how you adjust your pinion with 2 tools and a piece of paper. Like, comment, subscribe. We love you all. Thank you.